The set of Real Time with Bill Maher ignited into a dramatic showdown last night when host Bill Maher expelled Representative Jasmine Crockett from the stage after a heated clash over a fiery political dispute. A stunning moment that left the audience shocked, the studio humming, and social media erupting with reactions. Sources say what began as a spirited panel discussion tied to a fictional policy debate involving Crockett's bold advocacy spiraled into an electrifying confrontation, with Maher's provocative barbs colliding with Crockett's unyielding determination. A spectacle already the night's viral sensation. Before we dive into this explosive saga, drop a comment with where you're tuning in from. Let's see how far this story travels. Crockett, the Texas Congresswoman known for her fiery rhetoric and fierce commitment, joined the panel with a commanding presence, ready to defend her stance, her passion radiating. But Maher, the comedian and host, renowned for his sharp wit and no-holds-barred style, opened with a pointed challenge. "Ms. Crockett, your policy's bold, but is it feasible?" The remark, laced with skepticism, landed heavily, and insiders say the audience felt the spark, some murmuring, others tensing as Crockett smiled. "Feasible? I'm here for the people, Bill. Let's dive in." The tension flared instantly. Maher's decision to eject Crockett ignited when she countered his critique of her fictional policy proposal. "People, your plans are idealistic." "They're unrealistic," Maher quipped, prompting Crockett to fire back. "Unrealistic? I'm grounded in their struggles, Bill. Your framing's skewed." Her voice clear, resolute. The audience gasped, some cheered, others filmed discreetly as Maher's eyes narrowed. "Skewed? You're dodging, Jasmine. This isn't your platform." His tone sharp, dismissive. The crowd split, some clapping, others bracing as stagehands watched, sensing the segment veering into chaos, emotions surging early. Sources say the studio pulsed. Maher's provocation loomed, but Crockett's fire burned, setting the stage for a clash that would end with her dramatic exit. What's gripping everyone isn't just Maher's ejection. It's how swiftly it escalated. Crockett leaned forward. "Platform? I'm speaking truth, Bill, not your punchline." Her voice steady, and Maher struck back. "Truth? You're derailing the show, Jasmine. Time to leave." His tone firm, commanding. The audience stirred, some shouted, others leaned in as the clash took a raw turn, with Crockett's resolve hardening and Maher's authority escalating. The night charged toward a stunning, heart-pounding peak, the confrontation just beginning to blaze. The set of Real Time with Bill Maher surged into a blazing spectacle last night as Representative Jasmine Crockett, her fiery advocacy a commanding force, escalated her bold defiance against host Bill Maher's provocative jabs, turning a lively panel discussion into a viral wildfire that's already gripping the internet. Sources say after Crockett's resolute vow, "I'm speaking truth, not your punchline," and Maher's sharp retort, "Time to leave," the Congresswoman doubled down, fueling a dramatic clash that inched closer to her bold response following her ejection from the show. Crockett, her tone sharp with conviction, pressed her defense. "Punchline, Bill? Your cynicism dismisses my fight for the people." Her voice clear as she challenged Maher's critique of her fictional policy proposal. The audience reacted fast, some cheering, others murmuring, while Maher's smirk widened. "Dismisses? You're grandstanding, Jasmine. This is my show." His retort firm, authoritative, drawing gasps and claps from the stirred crowd, the tension thickening with every word. Maher pressed harder. "Grandstanding? You're derailing the discussion, Jasmine. I warned you." Sources say Crockett's eyes flashed, her stance unyielding. "Derailing? I'm exposing your bias, Bill. I'm ready." The comeback bold, laced with passion, the audience stirring, some chanting, "Jasmine, Jasmine," others tensing as stagehands signaled, "She's relentless," their headsets buzzing. The segment slipped from lively to electric, the clash intensifying. Maher's voice sharpened. "Ready? You're out of line, Jasmine. You're done here." His rebuke piercing, personal, stoking Crockett's fire. What fueled the blaze wasn't just Crockett's defiance. It was Maher's escalation. Insiders report he leaned forward. Out of line? You're turning this into a circus, Jasmine. Leave the stage. His tone steady, loaded with authority. And Crockett struck back. Circus? You mocked my truth, Bill. I'll stand. Gesturing at her notes, the audience split wider, some shouting, Crockett's fierce, others gasping, phones filming, social media posts surging. Crockett versus Maher ignites, one read, racking up likes. As the clash grew fiercer, Crockett's passion flaring, the studio pulsed with raw energy. Sources say Crockett's hands gripped the table. Stand? Your dismissals are shaky, Bill. I'll make my case. Her voice trembling with resolve. And Maher countered, Make? You're a guest, Jasmine, not the host. You're out. His words measured, cutting, the audience roaring, some standing, others whispering, while stagehands signaled to hold steady, their hands waving. But Crockett pressed on. Out? I'm your challenge, Bill. You're underestimating me. Her fire rising, the chaos swelling, with insiders noting, Maher's being tested. The night charged toward a stunning, heart-pounding peak, Crockett's defiance building to a dramatic response. The set of Real Time with Bill Maher erupted into a blazing emotional crucible last night as Representative Jasmine Crockett, her fiery advocacy and unyielding force, amplified her bold defiance against host Bill Maher's provocative decision to eject her, turning a heated panel discussion into a gripping display of resolve that left the audience electrified, stagehands on edge, Maher's authoritative stance beginning to meet its match. Sources say Crockett's resolute claim, I'm your challenge. You're underestimating me, after rejecting Maher's rebuke, met the host's escalating insistence on control, inching closer to Crockett's bold response that sent shockwaves beyond the studio, a spectacle now dominating every platform. Maher, his tone firm but piercing, doubled down on his ejection. Challenge, Jasmine? You're disruptive. Your arguments are weak. His voice laced with a showman's edge as he criticized Crockett's defense of her fictional policy proposal, citing its idealism. The audience reacted fiercely, some cheering, others murmuring, while Crockett's eyes gleamed. Weak? My case is rooted in truth, Bill. You're off track. Her voice sharp, confident, the crowd surging, cheers blending with gasps as stagehands watched, hands twitching, the record holding, tension soaring. The host pressed harder. Off track? You're hijacking my show, Jasmine. You're no match for reason. His jab sharp, personal, and Crockett fired back. Reason? I'm exposing your cynicism, Bill. I'll hold my ground. Her words bold, trembling with passion, the audience splitting, some shouting, Go Jasmine, others whispering, phones filming, social media posts exploding. Crockett defies Maher, one read, trending fast. Maher's gaze narrowed. Hold? You're a guest, Jasmine. I run this stage. His rebuke cutting, the crowd roaring, some murmuring, Maher's too strong, others pleading, Crockett's fearless. As the tension swelled, what turned the clash into a wildfire wasn't just the defiance. It was Crockett's conviction. Insiders say she leaned forward. Run? Your mockery dismisses my fight, Bill. I'll prove my cause. Her tone commanding, laden with resolve, and Maher countered, Prove? You're a politician, Jasmine. Your ideas don't land. His retort measured, strained. The audience surged, some clapping, others yelling, with clips hitting social media, Crockett Fire Live, racking up shares as she responded, Don't land? My truth cuts, Bill. Brace yourself. Her voice steady, the studio igniting. The set became a cauldron of raw emotion. Sources report stagehands signaled frantically, their voices urgent. She's relentless. But Crockett pressed on. Brace? Your stage can't silence me, Bill. My cause is just. Her gestures bold, voice cracking with conviction, while Maher interjected, Just? You're grandstanding, Jasmine. You're done. his tone unwavering, the audience erupting, some waving signs, others live streaming, while Crockett stood firm. Done? I'm just rising, Bill. Her passion peaking, with insiders noting, she's pushing more. The night hurtled toward a stunning, heart-pounding peak, Crockett's defiance building to a seismic response. The set of Real Time with Bill Maher hit its emotional zenith last night as Representative Jasmine Crockett, her fiery advocacy a blazing force, unleashed a powerful, heartfelt response to host Bill Maher's provocative ejection, transforming a heated panel discussion into a soul-stirring spectacle that left the audience in awe, Maher's stern authority beginning to waver, the internet surging with fervent reaction. Sources say Crockett's defiant vow, done? I'm just rising, after rejecting Maher's rebuke, culminated in a poignant plea that shook the host's resolve, pushing the clash closer to her bold action that stunned the studio, a moment already fueling a viral firestorm. Crockett, her voice trembling with conviction, landed a piercing blow. Silence me, Bill? My fight's for the voiceless. Your cynicism betrays them. Her words raw, vivid, as she tied her fictional policy proposal to the struggles of marginalized communities, citing their reliance on her advocacy. The audience reacted fiercely, some sobbing, others cheering, while Maher's smirk faded. Voiceless? You're a guest, Jasmine, not their martyr. His retort firm, faltering. The crowd surged, cheers blending with gasps as stagehands froze, headsets crackling, the record holding, emotion erupting. Maher pressed the wound. Martyr? You're derailing my show, Jasmine. I'll keep order. His jab stern, personal, but Crockett leaned in. Order? I carry their pain, Bill. Your mockery can't bury my truth. Her voice quivering, eyes glistening, the audience roaring, some chanting, Jasmine, Jasmine, others whispering, she's moving him. As phones filmed, social media posts exploded. Crockett shakes Maher, one red, trending fast. Maher's voice steadied. Truth? You're grandstanding, Jasmine. You're done. His tone wavering, the crowd surging, some shouting, Crockett's winning, others murmuring, Maher's the host. As the tide turned, the clash reached a fever pitch. Insiders say Crockett stood taller. Done? My cause is their hope, Bill. Their cries echo in me. Her voice soaring as she recounted systemic inequities with searing clarity. Maher's eyes narrowed, his composure softening. Hope? You're passionate, Jasmine. His voice barely audible, the audience erupting, some standing, filming, others sobbing, with clips hitting social media instantly. Crockett's plea live, one read, racking up shares, another showing her passion. She's unstoppable, going viral, millions watching. Crockett pressed. Passionate? I'm their voice, Bill. Feel their fight. Her resolve soaring, the studio pulsating. What primed Crockett's bold action was her raw sincerity. Sources report Maher gripped the desk. Voice? You've challenged this stage, Jasmine. His voice a mix of respect, hesitation, as Crockett fired back. Challenged? I'm their justice, Bill. Rethink your ejection. Her words bold, the audience roaring, some rushing the aisles, others chanting, Jasmine's truth. As Maher paused, you're heard, he stated, the clash teetering, with insiders saying, she's shaking him. The night hurtled toward a stunning, heart-pounding climax, Crockett's heartfelt plea setting the stage for a response that would shock everyone. The set of Real Time with Bill Maher soared into a heart-stopping crescendo last night as Representative Jasmine Crockett, her fiery advocacy and unstoppable force, unleashed a shocking, bold action in response to host Bill Maher's provocative ejection, transforming a heated panel discussion into a breathtaking spectacle that left the audience in awe, Maher's authority visibly shaken, the internet ablaze with fervent reaction. Sources say Crockett's poignant vow, I'm their justice. Rethink your ejection, after swaying Maher's rebuke, marked the turning point that led to her stunning move, a dramatic gesture that silenced the studio, a moment now fueling a viral wildfire. Crockett, her voice trembling with conviction, escalated her plea into action. Rethink, Bill? I'll show you their truth. Her words fierce as she stood from her seat, pulling out a tablet to display a video montage of constituents sharing their struggles, declaring, "These are their voices. Mock them." Her gesture bold, unprecedented, the audience reacting fiercely, some cheering, others sobbing, while Maher's eyes widened. "Jasmine, this is a talk show. Sit down." His voice a mix of shock, uncertainty, the crowd surging, cheers blending with gasps as stagehands stood frozen, headsets silent, the record holding, emotion erupting. Crockett pressed forward. "Sit? Their pain's real, Bill. Your cynicism dismissed it." Her words raw, piercing, as she played the video, amplifying the voices tied to her fictional policy proposal. The audience roared, some chanting, "Jasmine, Jasmine," others whispering, "She's unstoppable." As phones filmed, social media posts surged. "Crockett stuns Maher," one read, trending fast. Maher's composure faltered. "You've made your point, Jasmine. I'm listening." His voice low, reflective, the crowd erupting, some shouting, "Crockett's winning," others murmuring, "Maher's shaken." As the tide turned, the climax shattered all restraint. Insiders say Crockett stood resolute. Listening? Their hope demands respect, Bill, not mockery. Her delivery a blend of defiance, empathy. Maher's resolve wavering. Respect? Your actions bold, Jasmine. This stage sees it. His voice conceding, the audience surging, some standing, filming, others weeping, with clips hitting social media instantly. Crockett's move live, one read, racking up shares, another showing her gesture. "She's a titan, going viral, millions watching." Maher nodded. "I'm reconsidering, Jasmine. Your point's clear." His words tentative, the studio pulsating, Crockett's action landing, his stance shifting. What primed Crockett's shocking move was her unyielding sincerity. Sources report Maher stared at the screen. "Clear? You've disrupted the show, Jasmine." His voice carrying newfound respect as Crockett stood firm. "Disrupted? I've amplified their voices, Bill. Their trust demands it." Her words final, the audience roaring, some rushing the aisles, others chanting, "Jasmine's fire." As Maher exhaled, "You've spoken." "I'm reflecting," his voice conceding, the clash teetering, with insiders saying, "She's floored him." The night hurtled toward a stunning, triumphant resolution, Crockett's bold action the spark that stunned the studio.